Hello, everybody. This is Molly. How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are having a wonderful time crafting. It is a rainy, gray Sunday here, which is perfect for me to get in my craft room and play. Now, what I wanted to share with y'all today, I have been watching some YouTube videos about DIY embellishments, and it's where ladies have taken, crafters have taken, excuse me, some of their old embellishments and little tidbits of pieces they just couldn't throw away. And then they organized them, and then they sat there and they just made embellishments fast, fast, fast. Well, what happened was I was sitting with a friend one night scrapping in the wee hours of the morning. Do you see this tag on this page? I had my computer screen up, and we had Pinterest open, and they had a tag that looked similar to this. I'll post a picture. I hope that's okay. And of showing you the inspiration piece, and then here's this tag. And what happened was when my friend said, "Oh, I'd like to make a tag like that," I pulled out a little box of how I keep my embellishments sorted. And we just played and played and played, and we emptied the box. We ended up not only making the tag, but we each made a 2-page spread using just tons of embellishments. Well, isn't that sad that I've reached a stage in life where I bought so much that my goal is just use them up, kind of thing. Use them, use them, use them. So I wanted to show you how I store my embellishments. Let's let the camera get focused for a minute. Hold on. Okay, there we go. This is a photo box, if you can see. Okay, that's not great on here. Excuse me. A photo box like you'd buy from Michael's or Hobby Lobby, inexpensive. And I have just got it filled with my embellishments. And I've got them just kind of by theme. That's not a great shot. But if you can see in here, it's like this one is, I'm going to say masculine themed. Let's see if you can see. I've got sayings and artwork, just different pieces that I've collected over time. So they're stuffed in this box. So I rifle through this when I'm making a layout. Well, what happens is I end up getting too lazy to even go to the closet to get these boxes out. Here's another one. See, it's just a photo box. And then if you can see in here, it's got, okay, this one's feminine or rosy, kind of thing. So you can see I've got these kind of colors in it. And, like I had to have those stickers from Tuesday morning, and I had to have these stickers from Tuesday morning. So it's just, this box is in my closet. I pull it out when I'm doing a layout, and I start making pieces. But what I find is when I'm rifling through those things in the closet, I am too lazy to pick many, and I'm what I call a clean scrapper. I don't normally put much on my page, so I don't use much. So what I decided to do was take those women's advice and pull out, just get it out, pieces that coordinate, and start making some DIY embellishments. So what I've pulled out here, let me start bringing this in and showing you. These are things, look, see I had this little kit left over from when I was making something, who knows, something. And it's got a real pretty feather in it and a stick pin and a bead and some crayons. I've had these old frames for, if y'all remember them, 150 years, I think. I pulled out some tags that thing. So while it's the middle of summer when I'm making this, it could be winter, spring, or fall when you're watching it. These old journaling cards I made from, had in my closet forever and ever. Here's more frames. These stickers I probably bought from Target or somewhere. They were pretty, but did I really need them? Probably not. Anybody remember these? The old K&M Company? They've got to be, they're at least 10 years old. I mean, come on. This was a piece of wood out of one of my husband's cigar boxes. So I thought, well, I can make a tag out of that. Here's a little embellishment thing I'd put together, just scraps, piece of wood, some gold ribbon. So anyway, you get the idea. Graphic 45 tags. What my hope is, remember these old things? They're just some acrylic things. They were for a Rolodex thing. But I thought they were so pretty. So I have just pulled out bits and pieces. Here's some of my metal. You can see the old gear parts and fragments and buttons and what is that, an old copper frame. So I had just tons of this stuff. So my thought is I'm going to sit here and make some DIY embellishments. Now, some of the ladies that I watch who are incredible, I mean, like incredibly talented, they film themselves making them. Because I'm a chicken, And look how much else I have this whole bag of stuff I pulled out that is just what I'm calling grunge, steampunk, masculine, heritage-y looks. I don't know if you can see all this stuff. I'm going to start with all this junk, and I'm going to see if I can make some DIY embellishments. So I'm chicken to show you the start of my process. I'm going to get a little farther along the way. I'll add it into this thing, and we'll see what I get done. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Now I have a confession to make. Instead of sitting here, oh, I'm trying to get that glare out of there. Instead of sitting here at my desk doing this, I took my bags, my piles and piles of embellishment that I had. It was frightening how many I had. Anyway, and I ran to a friend's house because she had called me to come over scrapbooking. Now she has a big, beautiful dining room table. She covered it with a plastic tablecloth, and we sat there, dumped out all my stuff, divided into piles, different kinds, and we sat there and made some embellishments. Now, remember the inspiration for this was, I told you I had seen some videos on YouTube. One of them was from a young lady named InkieQuill, I think is the name of her thing. And hers are small, like she'll take a punch, do a couple of punches, put a heart on there and a little word or something. So they're beautiful little things, but they're small. Well, of course, I had to do big page pieces. So I have a Downton Abbey pad. I'm sorry, I'm kind of wrong. I had a Downton Abbey pad I bought a long time ago from HSN, and it's got all these old vintagey looking papers on there and all. And this was kind of my inspiration for getting started. See these old, look like Downton Abbey, just vintage heritage looking papers. So I didn't look at the tablet. I knew I had it. I had pulled things that I thought would match, or just make pretty embellishments. And I'm telling you, I love them. If y'all can see here, this piece of acrylic, this transparency piece that was printed, was from, I think, 7 Gypsies. This was just a piece of paper I had hung on to. This border back here was from the Downton Abbey collection. Some of you probably remember these old clocks. I bought them. So, I'm so excited. This piece right here, this was from K & Company, I think. This is a frame I bought from Michael's. If you can see it back there. I don't know if that's showing you. You can see back there. It was just a frame. I layered that clock on. This piece was from Downton Abbey. Have no idea where this came from. And then this piece of paper is actually what I did was I set aside 4 mats. So I have 3 other mats this color. So when I go to do my scrapbook page, I'll have the other pieces. But didn't that come out beautifully? So when I say do DIY embellishments, this is the kind I made. I love them. So this was the first piece I made. I can't wait to put it on a paper. And it matches the Downton Abbey paper beautifully. Okay, the second set I made, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is my favorite or not. I hate when my camera does this. This piece of orange, let me put these 2 things here. So here, if you can see, this will go up on one page. Let me put it down. So like imagine this on my one page at the top and this on my other page. And again, these, look, I had these in my stash. These are from K & Company. And then I had these cards that were from 7 Gypsies. These kind of things. So I pulled one of those as a base. Again, I used the 7 Gypsy acrylic over it. This was a frame. Oh gosh, so what I'm loving, this cigar box band was from something my husband, I just thought it was so pretty. I saved it off his cigar box. I love it. This was a piece of trim that I got, I think from Misty years ago. Beautiful. This is a sticker. I just backed it on a piece of cardstock so it would not be sticky on the back. And I made this layer. So the pieces in here are truly scraps. And then, of course, here's that K & Company. I think it's K & Company. Anyway, so these are pieces that span more than a decade of stuff I have been collecting. But when I put them all out together, I found that they made a beautiful page. So this may look a little weird to you, but when, it looks a little weird. But anyway, when you see it laid out on the paper, I loved it once we pulled out a tablet. Now, I had mentioned I had bought the Downton Abbey tablet from HSN, paid a fortune for it. Of course, my friend found one Tuesday morning recently, and she did not pay a fortune for it. But anyway, so here's the second piece I made. And again, I just used some of the clocks. These are some gears I've gotten from probably Michael's. This piece of metal gosh, I don't remember, making memories maybe. Uh, long ago, long ago. This is a little Anna Griffin tag back here. No idea where this piece of chipboard came from, but let me show you something. Let me see if I can show you real quick. So I made these without looking at the tablet, just was playing. But your style is your style. So what I found is, if I like certain colors, let me show you this. Look, this is in the Downton Abbey tablet. Now look what happens when you lay this on there. See this, and then imagine I'm going to put, oh, I wish I could leave my hand. Just imagine I had something else I'm going to use as a photo mat. Hold on, let's act like this is it. So you can see where I'll be able to put my photo down there. And that's going to make another little photo right here, maybe. And I've got a beautiful page. So here's the other one. Can you tell I'm excited? I'm about to bust. I'm so excited using this step up. Here's what the other page is going to look like. Isn't that going to be pretty? Again, just imagine I poke a picture underneath here. Of course, there'll be room for a picture here. There'll be room for a picture here. So I am just thrilled that I have, sorry, I'm bouncing my table. I have used literally old scraps, old embellishments, and DIY'd myself some pieces. Okay, let me show you a couple more I made. I love them. Okay. Okay, here's some more. Hold on, I'm coming. Okay, now don't laugh at these things because they're so goofy looking. Where's the other one? I lost it. Hold on. Oh my goodness, I've lost one. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, these I had bought some Prima die cuts, and in the pack came some feathers. I do not like working with feathers. I think they're silly. But anyway, so here's one of those cards from Seven Gypsies. These pieces back here, I don't remember where I got. I think someone gifted me these, but they're just some beautiful old, supposed to look like vintage Polaroid frames. This is a beautiful old piece of ephemera. Can't tell you where I got it from. It was in that drawer. I think this piece of acrylic is probably from Prima years ago. Where is the other piece? Oh, I see it on the floor. Hold on just a second. So this is for one of my pages, one side of the page. Let me bend over and not fall out of the chair. Hold on just a minute. And then I made this second piece. Oh my gosh, I am so I realize these are real vintagey, and these other young girls, I'll put a link to their things, do these bright and fun ones. But use whatever you have, whatever your style is. This, if you remember, was an old Seven Gypsy. I think they were from a Rolodex kit or something. This is a piece of Anna Griffin vellum wording. You can see that. This is an old piece of acrylic something I had. I just thought they were so pretty. I had no idea how to use them. Used them on top of one of those Seven Gypsies tags. Another Seven Gypsies tag. So I think that's going to make beautiful pieces for my scrapbook pages. So I can get a picture here, a little picture underneath here, put a picture here if I want to. I'm just in love with it, and they match the Downton Abbey papers perfectly. Okay, so just to give you a for instance of how it's working, because I didn't do a process video. Those other young ladies did process videos. Let me just show you. These are in the making, so to speak. And let me see if I can pull this aside. This is a K & Company tag back here, and you can see it's got a little bit of purple on it. This is gosh, I've had these borders for years. This old K & Company here. This is an Anna Griffin tag. I'm going to tell you this is a piece from the Anna Griffin collages. It had pink on the bottom. I just cut the pink part off. This is the Anna Griffin pennant. It had a big pink rose right here. The rose went away. This is a probably Webster's Pages postcardy thing I had. I cut down just a piece of. This is a frame from K & Company that I've had. Came in a little booklet form. This is that Harlequin frame that I showed you that I've had for years and years. This is the other side of it. These two pieces of book pages I got from a lady online. She gifted them to me, and I feel horrible that I can't recall who gave them to me. Ooh, look, there's a little button right there. But I loved them, and I finally used them on this. Let me get focused here. On this piece. So I think, and I'm going to put a little picture here and a little picture here. But I want to lay this down. Imagine I've got a print piece of scrapbook paper back there. These are some old matte tablets I had bought from Die Cuts with a View. Look how pretty that's going to be on a scrapbook page. Oh my gosh, I love it. So what I've started for the second page, this is as close to kind of a process video as I'm going to show you. Imagine this on the second page. Now, I haven't pulled this away because I'm trying to keep it from being sticky. Let me hide that for a little while so you can see it. So I've got this as if it'll go up off the top of the page. Oh, I'm out of focus. Hold on just a second. So imagine I've got two mats there, you know, for pictures. And then this will be at the top of the page. And then I'm starting to pull, you know, like I'm just going to add, maybe I'll add this underneath there. I've got some flowers maybe I'll add or something. So I'm just sitting there playing with all of my stash. See, these are so I divided the rest of my embellishments. So now there's the flowers I have left. There's some more pieces. So I've divided, here's the leftovers. Oops, I'm trying to divide this out. Here's some of those frames that I'm talking about. Here's some of those acrylic pieces or transparency pieces. Here's that beautiful old book paper that someone gave me and some of those other pieces. So it's just piles and piles of embellishment that I've been pulling out, playing with, doing my own DIY page embellishments, and I love how they're coming out. I'm not through with this one yet, but it'll go with this one. So I just want to share with y'all today. Thank those of y'all who do videos, give us these ideas. Can y'all tell it is June and I'm wearing a coat because my husband is a polar bear, which I love. But man, it's cold in this house. Okay, anyway, so these are the things I've been playing with today. And then my friend who was she was making some along with me today. Of course, I was teasing her. I made like, you know, a bunch to her one. But anyway, she was just getting started. I'm being silly. Hers was beautiful, completely different look, just beautiful. So anyway, thank y'all so much for visiting with me today. I'm sorry I didn't do a better process video, but I want to encourage you, get out your embellishments, however you keep them sorted, and just start playing. Start making yourself some things. I would never, if I had made a scrapbook page, I would never have used this many layers on a scrapbook page. But now that I've done it like this, where I could just concentrate on this, I love how they're turning out. And probably going to go back and add a little bit more metal on some of the pieces and all. But I love how they're turning out. Okay, y'all, play with your stash. Have fun with it. Thanks so much for watching. And have fun scrapping. See you. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.